Good morning. The Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation will come to order. The clerk is directed in the previous vote to show Senator Hickenlooper as voting in person rather than by proxy. Good morning to each of our witnesses. It has been nearly 1 year since the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2024 was signed into law. I was proud to co-lead that effort in the Senate, along with Ranking Member Cantwell. As we're seeing today, in the wake of a major aviation tragedy, repeated staffing challenges, and technological failures, the 2024 Act was unfortunately quite prescient. It mandated an audit of all legacy pre-2000 air traffic control systems to assess operational risk, functionality, security, and compatibility with current and future technologies. An additional requirement ensures the FAA notifies Congress of unfunded priorities not in the budget request that are integral to the operation of the national airspace. It also directed the FAA and airports to adopt new runway technology to cut down on the high number of near misses on airport runways. It's clear that there is a dire need to fix our troubled airspace. Last week, President Trump and Secretary Duffy proposed a major plan to replace vast segments of the national airspace system: radars, towers, telecommunications, and more. Secretary Duffy previously announced new policies to attract more air traffic controllers, improve their training, and incentivize good controllers to stay in the workforce longer. These upgrades are overdue, and I hope there will be bipartisan support for them. I am committed to helping Secretary Duffy get the resources he needs to address acute problems like replacing existing unreliable copper lines with faster fiber at facilities managing the Newark airspace and other areas as well. But the FAA's multi-year failure to keep pace with technology and staffing needs underscores a larger problem when a bureaucracy has to fund and manage multi-year projects on behalf of private sector stakeholders like airlines and general aviation, all while acting simultaneously as a safety regulator. The challenge of quickly and properly implementing new multi-billion-dollar mission-critical tech systems is about to become even more daunting with the arrival of air taxis and commercial drones. If you think the FAA, as currently constructed, is ready for the challenge, then you haven't been paying close attention over the last 2 decades. Congress and the administration must think boldly about how we can set the FAA up for long-term success. Both our economy's productive capacity and the safety of the nation's airspace depend on it. Regarding the arrival of air taxis and commercial drones, the 2024 law took meaningful steps to accelerate the safe integration of these new entrants into the nation's skies. Most notably, the FAA bill required a rulemaking to enable drones to operate beyond visual line of sight, a huge priority for the growth of the drone industry. The Biden administration, unfortunately, missed the bill's deadline of September. The bill also directed the establishment of a new Center for Advanced Aviation Technologies, a provision that I authored, which was recently announced to be in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and will be headed up by the Texas A&M system. The center will play an extremely important role for the advancement of new technologies, and I'm thankful for the work Secretary Duffy and the FAA has played in moving it forward. Ensuring that the 2024 law is implemented in line with the statutory timelines and consistent with congressional intent is of paramount importance to this committee, and I appreciate my colleagues' commitment to maintaining robust oversight of the process. Finally, I want to express my continued condolences to the families of American Airlines Flight 5342. Thank you for turning your tragedy into tireless advocacy. I remain dedicated to ensuring and doing everything possible to make sure that something like this never happens again. And it is precisely why members of the committee hear directly from the FAA about the steps it's taking to create a safer and more efficient airspace. I look forward to hearing about the progress the administration is making on these critical issues.